The Spinal Cord Injury Network will join more than 80,000 people on August the 14th in the Sun Herald City to Surf. The network will take on a spectacular course from the centre of Sydney to beautiful Bondi Beach in the world's largest fun run. Lifeguard and star of Channel 10's Bondi Rescue, Kobi Graham, is an ambassador for the Spinal Cord Injury Network after breaking his neck in a surfing accident last year.
Unfortunately, come unstuck on a wave and sort of ended up head first into the reef, and I broke my C6 and 7, and it had to be fused together. So yeah, it was a pretty horrific injury. I was lucky that I'd had a lot of training in spinal management, so I straight away knew what the injury was. I was pretty confident that I'd broken my neck. I had some good people around me who helped me, get me back to land, but it was probably very lucky that I knew, what injury had occurred. So I had very little movement from the injury to when I got back to the beach, so that really played a part in sort of not doing any further damage. I think I was in hospital for only about a week, which is pretty hard to believe for how serious the injury was. So I was just lucky I had a good surgeon, and they did a great job, and they got out of there pretty quick.
Kobi is taking part in the City to Surf to help raise awareness and funds for research for those who are not so lucky.
I remember after having the operation, I was in the area where there's a lot of people who are in serious conditions. I didn't get to see them, but I could hear them because I was laying on my back, and I was only staring at the ceiling because of my neck. But I could hear a lot of people in the room who were in a really bad way, and talking to the doctors, and there were a lot of people in there who weren't ever going to walk again. So that was pretty sad to hear, and I was just really happy to get out of there the way I did.
Brasilfit ambassador Melara has put together a City to Surf team after being inspired by her friend Bharata, who broke his neck swimming at Bondi Beach while visiting Australia. Bharata's tragic accident was covered in an episode of Bondi Rescue.
Last year, December, 2 weeks before Christmas, Bharata was here with some of his friends, and they went in for a swim. It was a perfect summer day here in Australia, and he went for a swim, and unfortunately he hit a sandbag. So unfortunately now he's diagnosed as a quadriplegic. I love fitness and I love running, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to get a team together to run with me as part of the Brasilfit team. Perfect opportunity to support and to do what we can. So we're fundraising for a great and worthwhile cause that is close to our hearts.
McClure sustained a spinal cord injury more than 20 years ago in a motorcycle accident. He is taking part in the City to Surf in a specially modified machine called a BerkelBike that uses arm cranking and leg stimulation.
I'm training 3 times a week on the bikes, using FES stimulation and that, and perhaps halfway through we might have to put on another battery to get my legs going, and I think my legs will fatigue at the end of it, and I'll be just using my arms, cranking the bike along. So the training going really well, but it's a lot of mind training too. Training's going good. Got to see what happens on the day. It's 14k, and I hear there's a lot of big hills, so yeah. We'll see how we go, but we're still here training day by day, and we're just going to give it the best that we can. 2 hours and that, it's going to be pretty tough, and I've talked to people about this heartbreak hill and that, so it's a bit of mind training, but I'm committed.
Yeah, well, I'm not much of a runner. I've never done the City to Surf. I don't know how much running I'll be doing, maybe a lot of walking, but yeah, I'll look at anything I can do to help out. It's a great cause, and what the doctors did for me, and any way I can help out, I'd love to. I was very fortunate to get out of hospital pretty quick and walking around, but there's a lot of people who aren't as fortunate, and they don't have as much money and support as what I did. So if there's any way I can help out, I'm going to help out. Heartbreak hill strategy is probably just walk. Maybe stop at the top for a beer at the pub or something. I don't know. We'll see how we go.